It's time to hack the movies.
Wow, Kieran, those sure are a lot of Resident Evil toys we have on set.
Yeah.
That's probably because we're talking about a new Resident Evil movie.
About evil residents.
Yes, let me tell you, there was a residence. Multiple residents.
There were several residents, yeah.
And pretty evil.
Some of them were evil, yes.
Some of them were evil. I mean, technically, none of them were actually...
I apologize.
Technically, I don't feel like a lot of the monsters and stuff in Resident Evil are evil because they're just genetically engineered monsters that don't really have a say, and I don't think the spider knows the difference between right and wrong, or the snake.
It is just like, I guess, a prey animal that is like enhanced by the T-virus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess the evil corporation would technically be the resident there, and they are evil.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
I never understood the name Resident Evil.
Because the residents of the dwelling are evil.
Yeah, but where did that name come from?
I don't know.
I'd love to know.
I don't know.
Like Resident Evil, and why is it so iconic?
Why wouldn't they just call it Biohazard?
So the whole thing was Biohazard is the Japanese name, but in America there was like a band that had the trademark Biohazard.
Yeah, but this is a game.
Yeah, but they couldn't use the name without paying out, so they just changed it to Resident Evil for some reason. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea what the
Yeah.
It's something where it works in one country, but it's not in another.
That's weird. But yes, we saw Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
Fuck Umbrella.
Yeah, so the opening title just says Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And then you see the sign that says Welcome to Raccoon City, and then it says Fuck Umbrella in spray paint. And I said to Kieran, I'm like, that should have been the full title. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Fuck Umbrella.
No, I'm going to just say I think this movie is just Resident Evil. I love the title screen using the regular font.
Yes,
not
it's
the
very
Paul W.S. Anderson font.
It's very fan servicey.
Yeah.
By the way, he is a producer on this.
Yeah.
But we think it might be one of those things, like, you know how John Peters is a producer on every Superman movie just because he was involved with buying the rights early on?
I don't think he had anything to do with it.
It's also like Michael Uzlan. He is technically a producer on every Batman movie just because he got in early with the Tim Burton one. So his... they don't really do stuff. It's just because they own a part of the film, right? Like, they're in there.
That does kind of... I hope he's not making too much money off this one.
No, I think he's just a producer. Like, I don't even think he did that much. I think maybe it's just in his contract he gets to produce all of them.
He gets a name, yeah.
Yeah. It was very interesting seeing his name attached to this.
Yeah, because this one is I gotta say, this has nothing to do with any of those.
No.
At all.
No, and like I said, this is very fan servicey, so I'm not sure what we were expecting from this, because the trailers were kind of vague. We knew that they were combining 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Nothing from 3, really.
No,
but yeah.
There were some things from other games, though.
Yes.
There was things from the remakes. There was scenes from Code Veronica.
Yeah.
Which was weird to see, because they also, I can't tell if they just took... We'll get to it.
Yeah. So what did you expect from this movie before you went into it?
I was honestly, I think originally we watched the trailer a few weeks back.
It's on Patreon. If you haven't been keeping up on Patreon, we do trailer reactions for certain movies, and we have pretty good thumbnails for
that. We do. I'll admit I was psyched about it, but then I went and I was listening to other people, and they were like, and then I started thinking, I was psyched about Mortal Kombat, and I was disappointed almost completely by Mortal Kombat.
You know what's weird? I had to cut it out of our reaction because I was wrong. So I thought someone involved with the new Mortal Kombat did this.
Okay.
They were involved at one point, but then it never came to be. So I mixed that up in my head.
Okay, because that's probably where I got it from. I was like, oh man, really? Oh, a writer or something. You said, right?
It was like a writer or something. But when I looked into it, when I researched it further, I'm like, oh, they're not involved with this. They were, and then they went somewhere else. Because the director of this is also the writer.
Yeah,
and he did the sequel to The Strangers. I never saw the sequel to The Strangers.
I never saw The Strangers.
The Strangers are all right. But anyway.
So my expectations were, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
it's going to be another Resident Evil movie.
No.
I've seen almost every single one. I've never really enjoyed them. And I don't think I'm going to enjoy this one.
Yeah. Because the other ones, they don't really look like the games.
No.
Or feel like the games. And when they do put a character in from the games,
Oh, they fuck it up.
they're either like so far removed or
Yeah.
they're comically too accurate look-wise,
Yeah,
and they
like-
don't feel right. Like Barry and Ada Wong in Retribution, it's like, why is she wearing the cocktail dress
Yeah.
in the underground
Or like Jill
Arctic?
in Apocalypse. Like, it's just a woman they found. I don't know who played Jill.
Uh,
I can't remember because I haven't seen that movie since I literally went and saw it in theater.
I can't. She has a hard to pronounce name.
But it's her, and she just looks like Jill, and she's thrown in the movie, and it's not Jill.
Yeah.
The thing was, what I didn't like about those movies was they had the first movie had nothing to do with the games. It felt like a side story. It had something to do with the games, but it felt like it could exist somewhere else. Then they were like, oh, let's throw Jill and
Yeah. They
Carlos
immediately
in.
got rid of that concept.
yeah, and then it turned into what? No, this isn't anything like the
Yeah.
games. This isn't like anything. It's
so
stupid. I don't
this
like
movie
that.
comes off the back of like what you call 5-6 movies where
Yeah.
people complained. So I knew they were gonna get a little bit closer. So yeah, so there's 2 movies I'm comparing this to when I saw the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is either gonna be like, because the trailer was like, look at all the stuff you recognize from the game, and it
Yeah.
looks like the game, and it feels like the game. Like, okay, Mortal Kombat did that, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as Mortal Kombat. It felt more on par, and you said you didn't see it with the new Tomb Raider. So the
Okay.
new Tomb Raider reboot, I actually really like. But if you're familiar with the story of the reboot game, the 2013 one,
Okay.
if you're familiar with that story and really like the characters in it, a lot of people were let down by the movie.
Okay.
And I understand that, but when you forget about it, it works as its own movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is as good as Tomb Raider, but I feel like this is more closer to that than Mortal Kombat. Like this, if you're familiar with the games, some of the decisions they make are kind of stupid and weird.
Yeah.
But if you're not, because we brought our editor, Jessica, we brought her to the movie. She doesn't know pretty much
No,
anything
nothing about it.
She just kept asking, where's Nemesis? Because that's the only
Yeah.
character's
She's like,
name
is that
she knows.
Nemesis?
Yeah.
Is that Nemesis guy? I think he said too like, at one point.
So we asked her, like, what did you think? And she's just like, yeah, it was fine. Like, you could bring someone who doesn't know Resident Evil. And you know what?
Yeah.
That's what I think this is made for. Because, again, it does look a lot like the current games that are out now. And they still sell the remake of 1 pretty
Yep.
easily. So
Yeah.
this is like, you bring your friend to the movie. And they're like, oh, is this what the Resident Evil games are like? Oh, they're on the PlayStation Store. Let me download them
Yeah.
because I saw that this is what that is.
So I play the games. I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Here we go.
Twitch.
Self-promoting shill.
Twitch.tv/Kieran, KI5EsRN. And I'm actually tonight,
No.
I'm going to finish my second run of Leon
Yeah.
on Resident Evil 2 Remake. And there's scene for scene things in this that you can point out in the remake of 1, in the remake of 2, in Code Veronica, like I said earlier. They're shot for shot little things. And I know a lot of people were saying like they were like, oh, Leon doesn't look like I liked Leon's casting.
Yeah.
I loved Jill's casting.
Yeah, Hannah John Cam.
I don't know.
She's in the very beginning of Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
She was the bad guy in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
Yes, and she was in Force Awakens for like a second. She's
Okay.
like one of the Imperial people.
I love Jill. I'm in love with Jill.
She was okay.
I
They
love
didn't really
Jill.
do a lot with her character.
No, but she was great, and I liked her. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly fucking loved this movie.
Yeah.
There's one part,
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah.
but I will say this: I had a great time and I am a huge fan of Resident Evil. Is my favorite video game series of all time. I've played almost every single video game I've played like even the weird ones.
I think it gets the point across. Again, it's my problem is trying to combine 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Combining 2 and 3 would have been easier.
So
Because that's what Resident Evil Apocalypse tried to do, but they fucked
Mortal
it up a little bit.
Kombat, the movie, the original one, kind of combined 1 and 2.
Yes.
And it worked.
But like I would have preferred just a movie in the mansion than the movie in the city.
Well, so what I liked though
Yeah.
about that is that they had Jill and Chris in the mansion and Wesker.
Yeah.
And they had Leon and Claire at the simultaneous.
Yeah, and then they kind of meet up.
yeah.
But like I said, it gives you the things you want. So you have the locations that look normal. You have like, oh, there's this underground thing that links them, and
there are like and there, like I said, the orphanage is right out of the remake of 2. It's literally exactly.
They had
the
like
doll,
a checklist of all the things from the movie.
The doll that Lisa Trevor has is the doll that you get when you're Sherry trying to solve the puzzle in the beginning of the game. When you are first playing as Sherry. Lisa Trevor looked like Lisa Trevor, except for like she didn't look as grotesque.
Yeah, because they made her more of a character.
Yeah. They also like Lisa Trevor is more of like this invincible monster that's just walking around. She's not so much like a sentient thing. She's kind of she is, but she isn't. Like she's not friends with Claire. That's it. So you got Claire and Chris are in the orphanage.
Yeah, I guess we'll go into the story. Yeah. So yeah, it opens up. You're right. They're in the orphanage. Claire sees Lisa Trevor, who like wants to be her friend.
Yeah.
And right away, because I remember telling you, I saw the one trailer where Leon is looking at Lisa Trevor in the city, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, so no one believes that she's there, and then they meet Birkin, who puts them together.
Who is M. Bison.
Yes.
The Legend of
Neil
Chun-Li.
McDonough.
Yeah, Neil McDonough.
Who was also, he was pretty good.
I really wonder.
He sucked in Arrow, but he played the same character in Legends of Tomorrow, and that character, he got like really good in that. But yeah,
really
I like that
if
actor.
he just loves Capcom. That he's like, yeah, I'll play like all the Capcom villains in all the reboots of the movies. He has been a villain in every Capcom reboot so far.
Well, just Street Fighter,
and Resident Evil. Those are the only two Capcom reboots.
He was in the Sonic movie.
Okay.
He had a small, but that's not Capcom. But yeah, he did play. But he did play a part in Sonic.
There's been 2 Capcom movie reboots. There's Resident Evil and Street Fighter, unless there's like one I don't know of.
I don't know.
And I'm talking like this is a movie series of Capcom that has then been rebooted.
Yeah.
And he has played the villain in both of them.
What's he gonna be in next? What was another Capcom?
I don't know.
Movie?
Are they gonna make like what is another Capcom movie?
I don't know. There's not a lot of Capcom movies.
Resident Evil, Street Fighter. I don't think there's there's not like a Strider movie or anything like that. Or like Final Fight. There's no Final Fight movie or Captain Commando.
I was gonna say, is King of Fighters? Was that?
That's not Capcom. That's
Tekken.
That's SNK. That's not That's Namco.
They did make those into movies though.
Yeah, then they were awful.
Yeah.
I think what was it? King of Fighters had Ray Parks.
Tekken had Kerry, the guy who played Shang Tsung. I'm blanking on his actual name. Yeah, he's in both of them, I think. Guess which character he plays? The bad guy in Tekken.
Heihachi?
Yeah, he plays him. Who else is he gonna play in that movie?
Heihachi Mishima.
Yeah, like it's to a point where someone would have been like, I think this is breaching some kind of contract. That's a little too close. Yeah, so yeah, they're in the orphanage, and then it cuts to like the future. Not of 1998.
Of 1998, yeah. So
yeah, we meet Leon Kennedy.
Yeah.
Who should have been Carlos.
Yeah, but he was a good Leon. But at the same time, Leon's not supposed to be inept. He's supposed to be new.
Yeah.
But they made him into this
he just
inept
didn't,
idiot.
and not even like look-wise, it didn't feel like the Leon character to me.
Leon is supposed to be a good cop.
But also he kind of looks like it's like they merged the characters.
Yeah.
But they picked the more popular name.
Well, like we were saying too, it seems like they took attributes from other characters and merged them into and made them one character.
Yeah, but they merged like characters who probably shouldn't have been merged.
Yeah.
So he's there. He's apparently he shot his partner, and his dad's a big shot, so they transfer him to this shitty town.
Yeah.
Raccoon City is not like a bustling metropolis.
No, it's more of like a shitty coal town.
Yeah, which I wasn't super into.
Like Pennsylvania, like middle of like Pennsyltucky type area.
Yeah.
And it looked like I liked it. I actually liked that it's this self-contained crap city. I like the idea of like Umbrella has been using everyone in the town as a guinea pig.
And now they're leaving.
And now it's like,
I wonder where they're going. I wonder what that's setting up.
I don't know. That's the thing. I mean, we'll find out, I suppose.
Yeah, so like some of the cops don't like Leon.
They're just like giving him shit.
Yeah, and they get sent to Spencer Mansion because there was a report.
They say someone got eaten up.
Yeah,
they got chewed up.
And at the same time, and keep in mind, we're gonna get the sequence of it. We did not take notes in the theater.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get some sequences wrong. Claire is coming into the city to see Chris, her brother.
Yeah, but she's in the truck. The guy who in Resident Evil 2, the truck driver.
Yeah,
basically the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
The guy who's
Only
like,
he's a little
that
hornier.
guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me? And then actually, he's more like the remake one. He even is eating the burger, literally out of the remake. The whole beginning scene where he hits the zombie with Claire in the truck.
It's pretty close.
Literally shot for shot. Not even. It really is. Like,
except
the scene
Claire's there.
Except Claire's there. But like the scene where he hits the zombie, you see her stuck to the side of the truck. The way it like it's exactly out of the remake. They literally shot for shot.
Again, they did that, so then someone buys the game. And they're like, that's from the movie.
Exactly. And that you know,
I wonder if the other games took stuff from the movie. I should buy those other games.
I will say this.
It's smart.
As someone I've played the remake, I've played every Resident Evil game 100 times. There's things
Even
that
Survivor?
I notice. Yeah. I literally have played Survivor. I could speed run
The
Survivor.
Umbrella Corp shooter.
That was my friend. I've played that one too. I used to actually play multiplayer with my buddy.
Wow.
Back in the day. I played Dead Aim.
Oh.
I've played Gaiden for the Game Boy Color.
Oh, shit.
I've played Deadly Silence for the DS, which I actually love that one. I've played the Wii ones. I have every Resident Evil.
When you play Marvel vs. Capcom, do you only play as Nemesis?
I play as Jill.
Oh, okay.
She's not. Nemesis isn't in it.
I thought he is.
Oh, in
No,
the
he
new
is.
in 3, but I play
he's
as
in it.
Jill in 2.
Ah, okay.
I like Jill.
Okay.
But no, I love the Resident Evil games. Like I've played through every single one, but there's a lot of things in this that you won't notice unless you've played them recently. Like anybody that's just going in like, oh, it's a Resident Evil movie is going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's the references and stuff were kind of
They're like
they
the
varied.
doll.
Some of them were like real subtle, like the health spray.
Yeah.
I'm like
Or
that was
the doll.
or the doll was pretty subtle.
As,
It's not like we just saw Ghostbusters Afterlife, where it's like, here's the PKE meter. Let's linger on it for 15 minutes.
I didn't see that yet.
It's like, yes, we as the audience know what this is. Why are you like, this is a sequel. This isn't like no one's going to learn anything from this, and they dwell on. But this one, it's like, hey, do you remember that thing? There it is.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know what that thing is, it doesn't take you out of the movie. It's not. That's the thing. There's a lot of stuff in Afterlife where it's like, if you're not a Ghostbusters fan, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Why do they care about this so much? But in this one, it's just a normal person will not tell what it is, but it won't distract them.
And that's the thing is like someone seeing it like there's the scene later on in the movie where Lisa Trevor hands them keys.
Yeah.
But they're the Heart Club Diamond and Spade key from Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but the thing is, there's a company that makes those props.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they just bought them from the Etsy store or whatever. That's what it kind of looked like to me. But they were cool. It was cool seeing them finally.
Yeah.
But they also, too, it's like, well, those were for the police station, but it's at the, or it's like things like that. They go halfway with the references. Like, so when Claire gets to Chris's house,
yes,
she notices a weird ginger child whose hair is falling out.
Yeah.
And his mom is creepy. And then, you know, Chris and her have this thing, and it's a big there's a lot of exposition.
Oh my god! Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. The beginning of this movie, the first act, was really rough with the exposition. So it's like the truck driver's like,
oh my god, the truck driver.
He's like, why are you going to Raccoon City?
You go to Raccoon City? Oh yeah, that's right. You're going to meet your brother. Well, you know what? Raccoon City's a shithole. You ought to not go there. It's really bad.
You could have just written this scene where it's just like, why are you going to Raccoon City? And she goes, to see my brother.
Yeah.
But it says like, oh, that's right. You said to see your brother, and I'm saying this out loud. And then same thing with the cops. They're like, Leon S. Kennedy.
Oh,
he shot his partner, and his dad is a big shot, and blah 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 blah.
Everything. There's a lot of scenes like that. There's the whole scene where it's like, you know, so Claire gets to Chris's house.
Yeah.
You see the picture of him and Burke, and he's like, you know, after you left town, Birkin was my dad. He was the best thing that ever happened to me. He put me through school and helped me do.
And then she has another thing where he sees her with Jill, and it's like, still going after
Jill. But she's into Wesker, like all this stuff, and it's like, okay, we get it. But then there's a part where the first zombies that attack, the kid is in the room, and like you see the woman outside, and she writes she writes itchy tasty. She doesn't write the 4.
Yeah.
But that's out of the remake. Well, not the remake, but the original too. Like,
because it's in the guy's journal.
It's in the guy's journal in the Spencer man.
I mean, it's weird that she decided to write that in blood.
Itchy tasty. Yeah, but I get it. It's like, oh, they said the thing kind of thing.
That's one of the ones where I'm like, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
Like, that's really like, you have to be a fan to really appreciate that.
Well, that's why I said, I'm like,
because then it's just like, why is the zombie writing.
Yeah, itchy, tasty, with blood too. Like,
yeah. So the whole town.
Also, I do like when Leon's like at the restaurant and he's talking to the woman and he's like, "Oh, your eye," and she's like, "Oh, it's just," and her eye is just fucking bleeding.
Yeah.
And he's like, and she's like, "Oh, it's just been doing that a couple weeks," and it's like,
so
I would immediately, if my eye was bleeding, and I know Tony,
yes,
I would go to the hospital immediately.
Yes.
You know,
should all go to the hospital.
If your eyeball just starts bleeding.
And I know if you don't have insurance, it's rough, but trust me.
Yeah.
No amount
just
of
go
debt.
to the hospital.
Just go to the goddamn hospital.
Money's not real.
It's not. Just don't pay it.
It
What
really
are they
is.
gonna do?
Just don't pay it. They can't do
There's no
anything.
debtor's prison,
No,
right?
it doesn't
Yeah, you'll be
matter.
fine. Great advice on this show. Someone's like, ha ha. I got my advice from Back the Movies.
Then just run away.
Yeah, just run away.
Go to the woods. They gonna chase you?
Yeah, so Claire's basically like, Umbrella's evil. Here's a tape from a
Yeah.
guy I met in a chat room.
And it's Ben.
Yeah, and he's like, they've been poisoning the water.
Which I'm pretty sure Ben's the dude from Resident Evil 2.
Who gets killed by...
Yeah, he's like, well, like depending what happens, he either gets just killed by Mr. X in the remake, or in the original game, the G adult impregnates him and it rips him in half.
Oh, okay.
So it's like in the original game, he gets like basically like a chest burster comes out of his but cuts him like down the shoulder.
Okay.
But that's Ben.
Yes.
He's like he's a reporter in the game originally, but now he's just this kind of crazy conspiracy.
He's like a conspiracy guy, but Chris doesn't believe it. He's got to go to the station because they have an alert. He tells her, "You better not touch my motorcycle over there. By the way, I have a motorcycle."
Which I was like, I'll bet she touches the motorcycle. Like,
and of course she does.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets to the station and Donald Logue.
Donal Logue.
Donal Logue?
Yeah, Donal.
Is, he's the captain.
Yeah, which I used to love Donal Logue in Grounded for Life.
Yes.
I used to think that show was
hilarious. He's really good in Gotham. He's great in a lot of
He was great in Gotham, yeah.
Did you ever see Tao of Steve? He was in a movie.
Bullock, right?
Yeah.
In Gotham, I loved him.
He was in a movie called Tao of Steve that was really, really good.
He was in Blade.
Yes. Okay. Funny you mentioned that. So, did you ever see the What We Do in the Shadows movie about the vampires?
No, I've seen the show a little bit.
Okay, the show this season, you get to meet some of the vampire council, and it's Donal Logue, but it's himself. He's like, yeah, after Blade, I got really into vampires, and I ended up becoming one. So it's just like, so he's just playing himself.
That's funny.
So when he's not acting, he's like, oh, I got like a 2-part episode I gotta go to. But in between, he's just hanging out with vampires.
That's funny
because of how much he enjoyed Blade, and like to the point where like the girl in the Nadia, for some reason she gets it confused. She thinks Blade is real, and she's like, "You work for the vampire Deacon Frost," and he's like, "No, that was the character I played." She's like, "All right."
Oh my god!
But yeah, he is the best thing in this movie.
Yeah. He plays Chief Irons.
Yes.
He's not a weird taxidermist like he is in 2 and everything.
They have some taxidermy here, but not in his stuff.
Yeah, but he's not taking the mayor's daughter and stuffing her like he does in the game.
Yeah, so he really sets the tone that it's the 90s. They did they had a subtle thing early on, even though they tell you what year it is. She's like, I met them in a chat room, and Chris Redfield, who's Robbie Amell, Steve Amell's cousin, Steve Amell's the Arrow. Robbie Amell was Firestarter for a couple episodes of The Flash. But yeah, he's just like, what's a chat room?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I get it, we're in the 90s. But that apparently wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So Wesker gets like a pager,
on his
from Beeper.
Smart Beep.
Alerting him of something. And then he's like, what's that? You going on a date? You gonna go? What does he say first?
He's like, you want to go? He's like, you know what you could do? You could like take her out, rent a movie. From
no! Before that, he goes, you could go to the new Planet Hollywood.
Oh, the new Planet Hollywood in whatever town,
or rent a movie from Blockbuster.
And then you can listen to some Journey, which is like that's like 70s, 80s, but I guess it's like it's kind of new in the 90s or whatever.
Yeah, so it's just like, all right, I get. He should have been like, you could go to the Tower Records and buy a Journey album.
It's just funny.
What else was in 1998? Maybe you can go see.
He's like,
wait. You know what he should have said? He's like, when he said Blockbuster, you can go to Blockbuster, rent the movie Blade.
Or I was gonna say, you know what you could do? Go to Blockbuster, rent Resident Evil Director's Cut and play it on your PlayStation and see the game that is inspired by the events of the movie we are in right now. It's like
you ever see Beastmaster 2?
Oh no!
Through the portal of time. He goes through a portal of time to the future, but as they're driving, they drive past a movie theater that says Beastmaster 2 through the portal of time. God. And it's like, wait, what? What the fuck? What happened if he went into that theater?
I had a teacher that was in Beastmaster 1 when I was in college. He was one of the berserker guys.
Oh, okay.
He's the berserker that when he's running down the place, he knocks over the torch.
Oh, okay.
That was my teacher, my animation teacher back in school.
So he just stood by while that tiger died?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't look up what happened to the tiger in Beastmaster 1. Yeah. Anyway, so he tells him the Spencer Mansion, 2 cops went missing, they gotta go.
Yeah.
And I love Leon's like, what's the Spencer Mansion? He's like, oh, well, Spencer is the guy who built the town. I love how
he created Umbrella.
I love how mean he is to Leon. He's like, and then what the fuck are you doing here, Leon?
Get the fuck out of here, Leon.
He's like, oh, you said everyone. He's like, I didn't mean you.
Yeah, and then so that's the thing. Like, it's the only thing about this movie is there's just sloppy exposition.
Yes.
But
once the exposition's out of the way, it gets a little bit better.
You know what, though? I will say this.
The games have kind of sloppy.
The game has, not even the game has sloppy exposition. If you think about it, what are you doing to get most of the side stories in Resident Evil? You're reading files.
Yes, but you can't,
most of the story comes in files, so it's like, you're not, so in this, it's like, how are we going to do that? It's not like you can sit there and go, look at this piece of paper I found and hold it up to the camera and stuff, and everybody sits there and reads.
I have to inspect it further.
It's like one of those things, like,
what you call it? He should have been like, Spencer, he built the mansion. When he was traveling the mountains in his 20s, he met a woman who worked with mold and was trying to bring her baby back. He saw an Umbrella logo and he decided, I'm going to take what I learned, but use viruses instead of mold. And he still stays in touch with her via post.
He met a 10-foot tall woman with giant mommy milkers and she stomped on his balls.
One day, maybe he'll see the mold lady and maybe she'll get her daughter back. But anyway, he really liked her Umbrella logo. So he stole that logo.
And Chris Redfield might actually go to this place 25-something years from now.
Chris Redfield, who apparently does not age, will go to this
basically.
place.
That's the thing, if you think about it, like, how old is Chris supposed to be in fucking Resident Evil 8? 50? like how old is he? And he's giant. Yeah. I guess it's what's his name said about. I think Snoop Dogg said it about Mike Tyson's like 55 in the year 2021 ain't 55 in the year 1981 or whatever.
I guess so. Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson's fucking ripped. And shit, and he's still like he looks like he might kill someone still.
Yeah.
But as opposed to like a guy who's 55 in 1981 who's like, help! It's 81 and I'm on cocaine or whatever.
So he splits them up. One team goes to the mountains. Yeah. Leon stays behind.
Yeah.
Oh,
he listens to that song where it's like, it's just a little cry.
And as that's happening, the truck driver who got bit by his dog.
He got his hand chomped.
Yeah. He crashes, but Leon doesn't feel the explosion or the heat from the explosion because he's listening to the song.
He's listening to that song where
it's so bizarre when the zombie comes into the music.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That scene, I think we were the only ones laughing in the whole theater too.
We laughed a couple times. Yeah. The rest of the theater was not.
The rest of the theater was quiet, but like.
This is the opposite of my Ghostbusters Afterlife experience where I was heavily sighing and grunting. I was actually having a fun time with this movie.
The zombie truck driver walks in completely engulfed in flames to the song where it's like, it's just a little crush. And it's like playing loudly. And then Leon goes, what the fuck? And then Chief Iron shoots a guy. It was pretty surreal.
Yeah. Okay, so this part. So in the games, the police department is like a former museum.
Yeah.
So this one, they made the lobby look just like it.
Yeah, it has the desk in the beginning, just like in the thing,
and the big statue.
It has also the gate. The gate in the gate looks just like it.
The rest of the police station that we look, it looks like it was meant to be a tiny police station.
It's very generic.
I bet someone was like, it's got to look more like the game, and I bet there was an argument where it's like, well, this is in a small town.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have this, so they did a compromise where it's just the big The hall, like I bet that almost feels like it was a reshoot, maybe.
Also, like the Spencer Mansion, for instance, is the front hall, and then nothing is recognizable after that.
All the lights are off in the mansion, and also it looks like the front hall if they shrunk it like
it's
30-40%.
But it is like it's the stairway.
Yeah,
it's the walkway upstairs.
Mm.
It's the Spencer Mansion. However, every other thing, the second they get out of that hall, is not a recognizable place from the game.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in there. There's the piano room, but that's not where it was, and it's not what it
the
like.
piano room was kind of close. I feel like
they play Moonlight Sonata. It opens a door.
Yeah.
You get that. Like
So in the mansion, and again, we're going to be all back and forth. It's hard to remember the sequence of events. In the mansion, they split up.
Yep.
Wesker gets a Palm Pilot.
Yeah, Wesker goes with Jill.
Yeah.
And Chris goes with Richard Aiken.
And Vickers is in the
helicopter. Brad Vickers is in the helicopter, who's played, I believe, by the dude from Letterkenny, who plays Derry.
Okay.
He's one of the best he's like one of the main three guys in Letterkenny.
Okay.
Which I was like, what the fuck? Is that Derry? Like, what the hell?
And I kind of wish they did put the lights on in the mansion. But we get the classic reveal of the zombie. It doesn't really...
It's not quite there. It's fine.
Well, no.
It wasn't quite there for
me. It would have been fine, but at this point, we had already seen a couple zombies.
Yeah.
It's cool in the game when that's like your introduction.
They more did it, I think, to reference the game, not so much to reveal zombie.
Yeah.
It was more like, it's the bald zombie that turns sideways, just like in Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
Which was cool seeing that, but also at the same time, it didn't have the impact. I think that the thing about the zombie in
they wanted it for the trailer.
Yeah, and the thing about the zombie in Resident Evil 1 is it's not like it was just this white, pale face, as opposed to this, like, they gave us, he had no mouth or whatever, like, his mouth was all weird, and it was kind of...
I thought the zombies looked cool.
Yeah, I think they did a good job with the zombies. Like we said, though, some of the visual effects looked like fucking cartoons.
Actually, we missed one. When he was at the diner earlier, a raven or crow...
Oh, the bird, yeah.
The crow hits the window, and it's like... But it's like bad.
On the floor.
The visual effects they're hit or miss.
They're hit or miss, yeah.
The digital, like, expanding the sets and stuff were okay. It was just the creatures didn't look that good.
Yeah, the dog, when
dog looks really bad.
Leaves, he's like, fuck this place out.
Yeah, he goes to leave. What song is he listening to?
He's listening to a Journey.
He is?
By Journey, yeah. I can't... Oh, Someday Love... Is that what he was listening
to? Was that it?
What the fuck was
no, it's that's the way you want it. That's the way you want it. That's the way you need it. Yeah. Well, there's like a shootout. It's actually a pretty cool scene where it's all in the car. Yeah. But yeah, so Umbrella has locked down the city. But
they kind of give you a hunk reference, like the UCBS or UBCS or whatever they are. They're there, locking the city down, and they just shoot everybody.
Yeah, but it doesn't like... You can tell they were on a budget because, like, Resident Evil, I rewatched Resident Evil Apocalypse. They build that giant ass door.
Yeah,
they digitally make it look like it's around the city.
Yep.
And there's like multiple, and this one they're like, we can afford 3 guys and 1 tunnel.
Yeah,
it's like, okay.
Basically. And it's like 2 guys trying to get through, and they just shoot them, and then it's gas, so you can't see anything. You just see gunshots.
I did like Logue was just leaving Leon. And he's like, but I'm a rookie. And he's like, your dad will be surprised at how high you're climbing through the ranks.
He was just like, congratulations on your promotion.
He comes back, and they're like, he's like, are you in charge again?
Yeah.
In between all of this, Birkin gets a message.
He gets his message and he's like, we gotta go.
Yeah. So he's like getting his family. He runs into Claire.
Yeah.
Who remembers him. We find out Claire was taken in the middle of the night at one point.
Yeah, she was gonna go, they were gonna experiment on her or something.
Yes, but we don't see more of that till later, I think. Yeah.
They still don't even really fully kind of flesh that out.
Yeah, either. I'm not really sure what they were trying to do.
She says like, they were trying to experiment on me here. And I was like, well, what?
Yeah, like
or so didn't really show the rest of that
because I guess she ran away, but then she was in the town for a while after.
Yeah,
that.
but then he was like, "I haven't heard from you in 5 years," and I'm like, "How old is Claire supposed to be?
Yeah,
how old is Chris supposed to be? Like, were they supposed to be 14 at this time, and now they're 20 something? Like,
I don't know.
Because Claire's definitely not like. She's like she has to be like in her like mid 20s in this movie.
I know the actress is like around our age.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
Robbie Amell, I think, is mid 30s, early 30s.
They all look like they're like mid 30s, like early 30s, like yeah.
Well, that was a problem with like apparently Stephen Amell in the second Ninja Turtles movie. He's like, I'm a rookie cop, and it's like You're 30 something.
Yeah. Well, like, what's his name too? Like Chris Rock.
Oh,
I'm a rookie cop with a mustache and a backwards cap.
From 10 years ago, and it's like,
10
you
years
were
ago.
40 10 years
I got started late.
That's in a Spiral from the Book of Saul.
Yeah, which sucked balls.
You didn't. Now you'll shit on the movie.
I didn't want to do it on the video, but I hated that fucking movie. I'm so goddamn disappointed by it. Let it be known, I hated Spiral. I love the Saw movies, but I hated Spiral.
We have a Spiral review if you want to watch that.
I was really fucking angry about that movie.
That's
it was
one
the first movie I saw after the pandemic, and it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
That was the episode where we let you decide if we save Johanna or not, and everyone voted to save Johanna.
Yeah.
Let down by that.
I'm glad. I like Johanna.
Strong disagree. Yeah, so William Burke and his family are trying to leave town.
Yeah.
They are very different from their characters.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Annette Birkin isn't a scientist in this. She's just a mom.
Yeah.
Sherry Birkin is just a girl.
Yes.
William Birkin is like kind of like how he is. I guess, I mean, honestly, like, you don't really get too much of William Birkin in the games. You just get shot.
Yeah, you really don't. You hear about him here and there, and then he's a monster, like, over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens? Claire goes to the police station. And
we're kind of all over the place with this movie because we're kind of remembering it as it happens.
So at the police station, like the main story's at the police station.
Well,
the mansion.
So Donal Logue then comes back. He leaves the place. He lives. He gets back. A dog attacks him. The dog looks like dog shit because it's like really bad.
And we covered the first movie recently, and those dogs still hold up
though because they were dogs. They were real dogs. This was a computer generated dog that looked like asshole. But it was fine. It was fine for what it is. You got to kind of suspend disbelief and just be like,
the
whatever
video games have better CGI.
Yeah, no, they do. Yeah. Like the dogs in the video game look scarier than this.
Yeah.
It was moving weird. You know,
it really was.
It's that. It moves weird. I can get it past the 3D. The movement is off. It doesn't look like a dog would move.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it almost kills Donal Logue.
Claire beats the shit out of it.
Claire beats the shit out of it with a fucking fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Leon comes out. He's inept as fuck. But he's fine. I liked Leon.
Yeah.
I actually liked Leon a lot.
Again, if he was Carlos, I would have dealt with it a little bit more.
But he was funny.
Carlos isn't as big of a character as Leon, so you have a little bit more freedom to like.
I think they combined Leon and Carlos because Carlos is kind of like a jackass in a way. He makes the fucking stupid jokes all the time. Leon's more serious. He's like, I'm a cop. I'm a good cop. I'm trying to be good. Like Leon's supposed to be like on point. Like he's not supposed to be this inept douchebag like he is in this. But Carlos is this wisecracking like what is he? He's a mercenary.
Yeah.
He acted more like Carlos in this than he did Leon.
He really did.
But he had his moments.
Yeah.
He also had the cool outfit. He looked like Leon.
He did. The costume design was on point.
Yeah.
Except for Wesker. But we found out why. We found out why his costume was not on point.
Yeah.
It
was fucking dumb.
It was so dumb.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So in the police station, they're like arming up, and their armory does not look as cool as the remake.
No,
because again, it was. I think originally, as they were filming it, it was like, this is a tiny police station.
What I do like though is the bullets, the shotgun shells were Steel Boy, like in the remake.
Yes.
They said Steel Boy. On
There's little stuff like that that's good.
Yeah.
So we find out the informant.
Oh, Ben is in
he is down there, and he's like, you gotta let me out. He steals Leon's gun. He's like, you gotta let me out. His cellmate is turning into a zombie. And this part's stupid. You left the theater like, so he's holding Leon gunpoint to let him out of the cage.
Yeah.
And Leon's looking for the gun, the key.
I took a wee and got another IPA.
Yes, you did. So here, he's holding him gunpoint.
Yeah.
Leon's looking for the key. And he's during all this, he's like, I bet you don't know about the T virus and the G virus.
That's where I was like walking out and I heard like, oh, they said the T and G virus.
So he tells him it's like, they probably gave you like a pill or an injection, and that's why the police haven't been infected like the rest of the town. Mm-hmm. It's been like staying off the infection that they've been poisoning the water with. But as this is all happening, the zombie's getting up, and at no point does Ben go, oh, hold on 1 second. Bang! And then go back. Instead, he's like, you gotta let me out. Come on, let me out. It's like, shoot the zombie.
Yeah.
Shoot the zombie. Shoot. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, shoot the zombie, and then his neck just gets ripped out.
Is that how they explain that all the cops are fine is that they took some sort of pill.
Yes, they implied that maybe they got like a flu shot or something, or they took like a vitamin. They didn't realize that's what was doing it.
That's the thing was like, there's a part where Jill or Claire, when she goes and visits Chris, she goes, it's in the water, blah, blah, blah. And then she has a water bottle and she says, why didn't you get sick, big brother? And that's when everything shit hits the fan. But they never explain it else after that. And then I guess that's where they explain it. But at the same time, they don't explain it. There's a lot of halfway doing things and then not doing it. And
again, this would be different if it was a video game and it was up to you to discover all that stuff. But it's a movie. I will still admit,
it's fine. It's a fun movie.
No, I thought that was
still fun and fun.
I thought that was good enough of an explanation.
Fine and fun.
Yeah. That's going to be the name. It's fine.
It's fine and fun.
Resident Evil Raccoon City. It's fine and fun.
It's just the big red and white text. Fine and fun. And my face like that. Like a dumb shit.
I wish we could do the...
Yeah. Fine and fun.
Doesn't really work with that format, but yeah.
Love the mint salad shirt, by the way.
Oh, yes. I have the, wow, I can't believe it. It's mint salad Ghostbusters variant. I think this was a limited edition.
Cool.
She also sells the one of her and the yellow halter top, which fans were very into in that Power Rangers Turbo episode. Especially.
Are you wearing the shirt? Are you going to wear it? Isn't that a thing?
Oh, yeah. She said she would get it. Yeah, there's a part. I forgot Jessica left this angle in. Good job, Jessica. Where they're explaining Diva Tox's costume in Power Rangers Turbo, and Mint's like, yeah, her boobs were like pushed, and then she literally pushed it, and then guys in the comments were like, time code, and I'm like, oh my god,
there we go.
And it's so funny, we're filming this the day I put the Ghostbusters DVD on eBay. As of right now, it's up to $55, like 18 bidders. I wonder what it's gonna sell for. Anyway, so Ben is dead. Claire saves Leon from the zombie, and then the zombie gets back up and Leon shoots him. And she's like, that was my guy. Oh, well, let's get out of here. The gate like breaks. By the way, they cut back to the mansion at some point. He plays the piano.
Yeah. It's Moonlight Sonata.
Yes.
Like in Resident Evil 1.
What you call it? What's his name again?
Wesker.
Wesker plays the piano.
Which, I don't know if you knew this, but when you play it in Resident Evil 1, if you're Jill, she plays the piano.
Yes, and then the other one is
Chris. He can't play it.
It's Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Which, thank God, there's 2 members of the Stars team that can play the piano.
Exactly.
And read sheet music. That's like...
So he plays it. He opens up a secret passage. And he basically tells Jill, he's like, I'm working for people to take down Umbrella. They paid me to steal the samples, and I'm getting out of here. And she's like, you betrayed us.
Yeah. Which isn't what it was. Originally, Wesker is legit one of the scientists, and the whole reason why they send Alpha Team and Bravo Team is to gain data as to what the T-Virus would do against a paramilitary group.
So this is when I told you, I'm like, this feels more like Barry.
Yeah.
Because wasn't he like paid to betray them?
Barry was blackmailed by Umbrella. He basically, Wesker was like, if you don't betray them, I'm going to kill your whole family.
Yes, and like if the actor, I like the actor playing Wesker. He was in
but he looked like more like Barry.
Yes,
but like a ripped Barry. Than
and he's in Umbrella Academy, which I don't watch. But he was in
Oh really? Huh.
He was in
Umbrella Academy.
Yes, he was in Black Sails, that pirate show. He's really good. He plays Billy, I think, in that. If he had a thicker beard and the red vest, that's Barry.
And
again, he's not legit evil in this. It's like, like he loves money and stuff, but he's not like the mastermind like he is in the
Jill
game.
Jill is into him and not into Chris, but Chris is like, I'm in love with Jill.
Barely. Like it's
not really.
Like that is a non-existent love triangle.
Yeah.
But their whole thing gets interrupted when the helicopter crashes.
Yeah. So that's the thing. A zombie attacks Brad Vickers. And he doesn't fly away in this one. There's don't go. Don't go.
I went to the bathroom right when they were getting to the mansion.
Yeah.
I got back in time for when they entered the main hall, but I was like, did they do the don't go? And you're like,
they didn't do any of that. They didn't also do the wow, what a mansion.
Wow, what a mansion.
Like, I wish they did that. They do have Jill eating a sandwich.
Right, we
There is a
forgot
Jill sandwich.
earlier in the movie when they're at the diner.
Yeah.
She
snatches Wesker's
yeah,
sandwich.
Yeah, she like wins a bet against Wesker. She's like, "This is a Jill sandwich now." I'm like,
"You were almost a Jill sandwich."
You're right.
You snooze, you lose.
What?
It's Jill sandwich now.
Yeah.
again, that would have worked if he was Barry.
Did she
not
say
have-
Jill? She didn't say this is a Jill
Yeah,
sandwich.
she's like, "This is a Jill sandwich now."
No, she didn't. She said she did. Did she? She did not.
Yeah.
No, she never said the word Jill sandwich.
Yes, she did.
Did she?
She either says this is
How
a
did
Jill.
I miss that?
She either says this is a Jill sandwich or this is Jill's sandwich, but she does
I
one
think
of
she said
those.
this is Jill's sandwich. If she did, I don't think she said this is a Jill sandwich.
Jill sandwich now.
I mean, she would have to. Like that
I don't
makes
remember.
more
I
sense.
remember her saying like she shot the dart.
Mm.
She snatched it and she said like, "Oh, find her." I don't remember.
I think she said this is a Jill sandwich.
I don't know. I think you're fucking full of shit, Tony.
I think you're a motherfucker. How about that? So, at the police station, like the zombies are getting in.
Yeah, and the thing is, we were actually talking about this in the car back.
Mm-hmm.
Justin said this, but he was like, "Oh, it's like weird. They're like not quite zombies yet." But the thing is, in Resident Evil, you're always there kind of after the zombies are a thing.
Yeah.
But when you read the files, you're reading.
They still have
writings
some
of them
intelligence.
Changing.
It takes a while.
So I kind of like. I thought this was creepier the way it was, where they're turning into the zombies. They're still somewhat intelligent, but they're losing it.
Like they can talk, but they're not really making. They're just like, let me in.
And honestly, it was creepier.
Yeah.
I thought.
I like that. Like their hair's falling.
Yeah,
out
the one like went
slowly.
like this, and like she like pulls out like a bloody water. It was gross. Like
Yeah.
I was like, this is. I like that. I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty cool.
But they make their way in, and finally the chief is just like, I think I know how we can get out.
yeah.
And he's like, the orphanage, it leads to the Spencer mansion. So they get to the orphanage where Lisa Trevor's still hanging out.
Yeah, and she is hanging out in her mom's skin.
Yes. Which they don't make clear.
No, they don't like really go into Lisa.
But I
Spencer
like
at
that
all. Or
she-
Lisa Trevor. I mean,
Yeah. So she's way more sympathetic. She's like the helper
yeah.
in this.
In the original game, she just goes and smacks you with her fucking
Yeah.
arms and stuff, and that's about it.
She like tells, she gives Leon advice because you see
Yeah.
something crawling. She's like, shh. And
Yeah,
she's like, what? What's that? And she's like, shut up, because
Yep.
there's a liquor.
Shut up.
Yeah, Donald Logue, he just gets taken out.
Yeah, he gets ripped apart.
I thought there was gonna be like a cooler death scene, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like when he falls down. It's like head's like,
Oh yeah,
because I think he sucked
was
his brain
grinded
out.
up. Yeah, he was pretty messed up.
So his head is like caved in.
yeah,
But yeah, they fight the liquor.
it's a liquor, and it's pretty.
It doesn't
like,
look great.
And also, too, the weird thing about the liquor is there's one liquor, just like how in the original Resident Evil movie,
There was one
liquor. But it looks like shit. I think honestly, the liquor in the original Resident Evil might have looked a little bit better. This one didn't look that
The
bad.
CG in the original did not look good.
I mean,
The animatronic when it was the super liquor was good, but the
Yeah.
CG is still pretty bad in that one.
this one just didn't look that great, and
Yeah.
also, it's just weird that it's like, why is this one liquor here? And it's just
Yeah,
here.
wasn't that supposed to be like a further mutation? Like after a while,
So apparently, like what it is, you know, how there's the Crimson Head zombies.
Mm-hmm.
These are like further into it, but from what I thought it was like I don't even fucking know what it was. I don't understand why it would
Then
make your
again-
tongue grow.
Then again, we found out that the orphanage is linked to the mansion, so this
Yeah.
could be like a monster from the mansion. That
Yeah,
because we never
yeah.
got to see all the facilities.
That's true, and they kind of like
because it is kind of imply that Lisa Trevor came from there.
yeah,
too.
she's hanging around like going around and you know, so they fight the liquor. Lisa Trevor fucking rear naked chokes it. Until
I
it's
was
dead.
I was not expecting Lisa Trevor to fight the liquor.
Yeah, she like rips it apart
because
and,
she
like,
thinks Claire's her friend.
yeah, and she's like friend Claire, like, she keeps like saying that,
Yeah.
and then you know they're like, we need to get to the thing. Do you know how to get there? And she hands them the 4 fucking keys from Resident Evil 2, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
It was neat seeing them in real life.
yeah.
But as I said, it looked like
It looks like
the
they just
Etsy
bought it.
store that makes them like. There's an Etsy store, I think, that makes the 4
So yeah,
keys
they
you
take
get.
an elevator.
Yeah, they take an elevator to the mansion, or it's like they get through a thing, and then the mansion take. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
fucking know.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't.
so yeah,
remember.
Jill eventually teams back up with Chris,
Yeah.
who has a scene where the one cop that he was looking for is after him, and he's got the lighter,
Yeah, he has a lighter. He keeps
umbrella branded lighter.
She keeps flicking it, And
and
it
it's
was
like,
cool that it's like, oh, he's got the lighter.
okay, so this is the scene I was talking about. They do this a couple times. There's a guy, his partner gets killed earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where like they set up that one zombie's going to attack, and then another zombie comes. They do it like 3 times.
Yep.
Like, wow, they really liked that scare.
They
didn't
did that again. Chris is shooting his way out, but then Jill comes in and saves him. Which is another thing too. We were saying there's a lot of people. It's like every single time that there's like someone needs to be saved, they get saved.
Yes,
every
because I
time.
feel like Capcom has that rule where apparently Capcom has a rule where like the characters can't die.
Yeah, I can't.
And I'm like,
imagine.
that's kind of hard to write around.
Yeah. Well, that's why you got to have characters like Donal Logue and Wesker and all these like and Richard Aiken and stuff like Barry. Brad Vickers. They could have like also had too. Bravo Team isn't 2 dudes. There was like. For Speyer and Rico Marini or whatever his name was.
Well, that's why
Enrico.
That doesn't feel like a team.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a line at it later. Like, oh, you have to call them Bravo Team.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's just 2 guys.
Also, too, I thought that Richard Aiken was going to be Joseph, the guy who gets ripped apart in the beginning. And they're like, Joseph. Yeah. Joseph. I thought that was who it was going to be. But it was like, whatever. It was fine.
Yeah. So yeah, at some point Claire finds the film reel.
Yeah, and it's
with the twins.
Yeah, and it's the Ashford Twins,
yes.
And it's literally from Code Veronica.
Well, I mean, it's redone.
I don't know if it was or not.
I think it is. Yeah,
it looked completely the same to me.
So I don't know.
They got 2 kids that look. I don't know. Honestly,
I don't know anything about Veronica.
It looks like the actual animation from Code Veronica. Exactly. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every single set. Like, if I were to show you the scene from Code Veronica.
Yeah.
It looked exactly
So what happened in Code Veronica?
Shot for shot.
What happened in Code Veronica?
Code Veronica was Claire is trying to infiltrate. She gets captured. She gets thrown into this prison island that Umbrella runs. The prison island gets overrun. There's this fucking guy, Alfred Ashford, who's a weirdo with a sniper rifle. That's the kid who was in there. And Alexia Ashford is the sister who is like in cryogenic stasis, and she's also like
I think Ashford was the guy in the wheelchair in the second movie. Okay. Right? With his daughter.
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
But no, like,
or was that Birkin? No, maybe
that was it?
I think it might have been Ashford. Anyway.
I don't remember. But no, but I swear they literally took that and high-resed it up.
Yeah.
And then just threw Burke into the background like, huh,
okay,
at the end of it.
So it cuts to Burke and watch it going.
Yeah, and he's like, and he smiles. And
I started laughing, and then a guy in the back of the theater laughed at the same time.
It was pretty funny. Like, it was goofy. But I swear that they everything about that, like where she pulls off the dragonfly scene. She pulls the dragonfly's wings off and she throws, or then Alfred takes it and he throws it into the ants.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing is she's the Red Queen.
Okay.
So from like the original movie, the Red Queen thing, that comes from Code Veronica.
So yeah, then it was Ashford in the second.
So that's the thing. So that scene that they showed was literally, unless they just recreated it,
they probably just recreated it.
But it looked like the 3D animation because those 2 kids, the way they like turned and stuff, they didn't look human. They looked weird.
And then this is where she finds out they were doing the experiments. She remembers she fled from the experiment.
She starts freaking out real quick.
She sees like what they did to Lisa Trevor. And I love her like last scene photo. So even they don't know where Lisa Trevor is.
Yeah. The only thing about this movie, there's a few times where people freak out in it. One is that where she goes, and she starts ripping pages. And then there's also the truck driver who's like, fuck. And he's like freaking out, but it's like no one would freak out like that. Like it just sounds
you
weird.
missed when Leon shot the zombie in the jail cell. He's like, oh,
really?
Yeah, he gets like really pissed. Yeah, so eventually they like unite. Oh no. Wesker is about to confront Birkin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So Wesker goes in. Birkin is now packing up his shit with his family. He's dressed in his sweet T-shirt of Umbrella Camp, which I really want to get in a Camp Umbrella shirt.
But yeah, he's got the G virus.
The G virus, yeah.
Yes.
And he's getting ready. Wesker comes in. He's like, I need that blah, 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 blah. And it's like the whole scene from like the game, kind of, not really.
Yeah, and he's like, I need it. So Birkin goes to shoot him. He shoots Birkin. They shoot each other.
Yep.
But Birkin's like to his wife, he's like, give me the goddamn vial.
Yeah. Then he shoots Birkin's wife
in the head.
And he laughed all loud like a weirdo in the theater. You were like, ha 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 ha.
I wasn't expecting that.
And then it got blown off.
And then it cut to like the little girl pointing the gun at him.
Oh, that's what
and
it
makes it seem like she shot him. And I was like, ha!
Yeah.
And then
I was like, why the fuck did you just laugh?
because I wasn't expecting a little girl to shoot Wesker.
But
So then it cuts to Jill's the one who killed
yeah,
him.
Jill shoots Wesker. Wesker's dying. He's like, I'm sorry, Jill. And she's like,
He's like,
no,
I fucked up.
We're gonna get out.
And
of here.
he lets her know. I forgot. He finds out. He's like, at 6 a.m.
Yeah, they're
it's
gonna
blowing
blow
up.
this town. And right now it's 4:20 blaze it a.m. or whatever. No, there's a part where like they literally show the time and it was 4:23, and I turned to Jessica, I'm like, 4:23 blaze it, like a fucking dumb idiot. But I thought it was funny.
Yes. So they take the little girl. They're trying to run away.
Yeah. Birkin injects himself with
The G virus. And he starts turning into Eyeball
Yeah.
Man.
He starts turning into this kind of, but not all
Yes.
the way.
And then
It was also a dumb version.
yeah, okay, so this is when the character, like, they don't really know what to do with Birkin here because he's
This is the part of the movie. So up until this point,
You literally-
I'm sitting here going, I like this movie a lot so far. I love it.
And then this scene
I'm having a good
happened,
time.
and you're like,
This scene,
oh, I don't
turned
know
to
if I
Tony,
do.
like, I don't think I like this movie anymore. This scene killed the whole movie for me.
So I think they wrote themselves into a corner because Wesker is not like the manipulative mastermind bad guy.
Yeah.
But also Birkin, like, he just wants to save his research and
Yeah.
stuff, but he's not like trying to, like, he's evil, but he's not like cartoony evil.
No.
He's like, I just love science. But then they were like, oh shit, we don't have like a legit bad guy.
Yeah.
So as he's turning, he's like, oh, Chris, you thought I
Yeah.
liked you. I never
I
could.
hated you all this time,
You'll
Chris.
never be in my family.
Yeah,
Your sister's
and-
so much smarter. I'm like, this
But
is
what's also sucky about it is like his mouth has a blood smile, and all I could think of is, I'm the Joker, baby. That's the only thing going through my mind. Is like, oh my god, they went full Joker.
and some of the effects were hit or miss.
yeah, like I liked how he was growing pieces as
Yes.
he was like going. The eyes looked gross.
Yes.
but it was like he's a normal person this whole time, and I guess the G virus is making him fucked up and weird.
Yeah.
but it was so dumb. Like he's like. You were such a good little specimen, Chris. Like it's
Yeah.
fucking weird,
But
and
it's
it
like
just
he
comes
didn't-
out of
He
nowhere.
didn't act like that the rest of the
Well,
movie.
in the game, he's not even human in any way.
Yeah.
He's completely just taken over by the G virus, and he's just like, ugh. Like they could have done that and just had this rampaging, scary ass monster.
Yeah.
They have to kill it. Would have been totally fine.
Yeah.
I would have been perfect with it.
But they wanted like because none of the actual bad guys are there, like the
Yeah.
evil corporation. They needed him to. It's lazy writing.
yeah,
It's like a
and
weird
I
character
think they were
change.
kind of like, well, we can't have them like want to kill him unless he's evil, and it's like, no, that's the whole thing. Is like Birkin was never like outright this evil manipulative person. But he turns into a monster, and you got to kill this fucking thing because it'll just kill you. It's
Yeah.
just that's it.
Yeah.
We didn't need that. Like there was
Yeah.
no need for this.
And don't get me
part.
wrong, I like Neil McDonough. He does play a good cheesy
Yeah.
villain, but do it the whole movie.
They
Don't like
didn't-
shoehorn it in at
They
the
did not
end.
need this part. This part, in my opinion, killed everything they had done.
Yeah.
I would have been so if
It's
they
like-
just
it's like-
cut this part.
it
and
had
they
the-
made him not talk.
It had the sloppy exposition in the first act.
Yeah.
And then it gets pretty good. And then this scene kind of takes you out of it.
This-
and then the rest of it feels a
Yeah.
little rushed.
No, this part turned it into like a campy fucking
Yeah.
dumbass shit. I didn't like.
but he gets saved by,
Yeah,
Claire.
It's like, so Claire saves two people. She saves, what's his name?
The chief.
The chief. I think
Oh,
she
she
saves
saves
again.
Leon,
Yeah,
and she
then
saves, Chris.
Jill also saves Chris. Chris is always getting saved.
Yes.
Chris sucks.
Wow, this is like Cole Young
Yeah,
in Mortal
a
Kombat.
little
He
bit.
never
Except, you know
defeats
what?
someone on
I'm
one-on-one.
gonna tell you this: I'll never fucking watch the Mortal Kombat movie again. I might, maybe, but I'll watch this again. I will
watched
show
it
this to people.
one more time with my dad and sister, and that was it.
No, I probably won't ever watch it again. I
No,
mean, I might.
I won't anymore. No.
Yeah,
If they do a sequel, maybe I'll rewatch it.
Honestly, you know,
But
a lot
everyone
of-
should watch our review on it because it's one of
Yeah.
our highest reviews.
Please watch. No, but this, I mean, so you know, so they kill Neil McDonough. They shoot him in the head, but they don't shoot him in the eyeball. And his
But then he
shoulder.
has to be killed.
Yeah, he's like, kill me. That's the thing.
He's
is
like,
it turns
finish
into-
it. So I feel like
And,
there,
and he's like, shut the fuck up, or whatever he says, and
yeah,
shoots him,
okay.
and
So
I'm
I
like,
feel like there was maybe originally it was closer to the game.
yeah.
And then in a reshoot, because again, the effect is hit or miss, and I wonder
is, yeah.
I wonder if the bad effects were part of the reshoots, where like we have to make them a little bit more evil.
It could have been, but
Yeah.
honestly, this is the scene that like fucked up the rest of the movie for me.
Yeah.
I was totally fine with everything that happened until this scene.
Yeah,
I
so
was just like, ugh.
they all find out that there's a train.
Yeah.
So Jill, Leon, Claire, Chris, and Sherry Birkin all get on the train. And they try to make it out of the facility because it's about to be exploded. I think it does. No, it doesn't explode yet.
The Spencer mansion crumbles.
But this is no. But they fight the monster before that, right?
Yeah. That area crumbles.
Yeah. So Birkin shows up. And he is that thing. Can you
but
pull
not
that?
really. He's like,
yeah. Can you grab that figure?
So he's like this if it was completely made of eyeballs.
Yes.
Instead of just the few eyeballs.
They gave him way more eyeballs.
Like he's more like the remake one, but even in the remake one is way more intimidating than this thing.
Yeah.
I like this one, but
yeah. I mean, I didn't mind the monster too much. It's just a monster.
Yeah. It's
But yeah. So wasn't there like a shark head that goes on that?
Yeah. So what happens is I don't have it, but you pop this head off.
Yeah.
If I can
I thought you did have it.
It's not in here. It's at my desk. But he goes like this. These go like this. These hands turn into this. He turns into that, and then you put the shark head.
I just realized the audio version of this. People are going to be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" Kieran's
William,
playing with one of his toys.
This is the William G3 and G4.
Yeah.
Transformation of William. That's
Okay.
what it is. This is G2.
Yeah.
And G1 is the one where he is more like it's his head here, but the big arm. But this is and then also too, like you can.
I know, I saw that. It was cool.
It's cool, right?
So yeah, they're fighting him on it actually looks like a giant hunter in the movie.
I love.
It looks like they took that body but put the hunter's face on it.
So and then they just covered it in eyeballs. Right?
Yes,
and it looks okay. Like the face is fine, but it also has pretty shitty 3D.
So they do the ultimate Resident Evil ending. Like, how are we gonna beat the monster? Someone shows up in a rocket launcher.
So I'll say that I liked it.
Yeah,
Leon comes in, fucking bazooka.
But Leon bazookas into the tiny train car where Chris and Claire are right next to the explosion.
So that was the thing I thought like Chris goes, oh shit, and I thought he was gonna jump out of the way. He just goes like this. And fucking turns, and he's like the explosion's gonna be here. Like you're gonna get 3rd degree burn.
Yeah.
You're gonna get fucking burned up.
It'd be one like what they should have did is like he already blew because he just comes in through the top. If he had blown the back of the train off, and then like shot him onto the train tracks, that could have worked.
Yeah.
Both first movies in these franchises end with a train fight.
Train ride.
Yeah.
But that's how.
But that's also
ends.
how two
ends with the train ride.
Yeah. So then he like blows him up. He's like a rocket launcher. He's like found it in first class.
Yeah.
They should have had someone in the helicopter, even though they were under a cave, just throw the thing for them. And I love that Jill's like, "What's happening out here?" It's like, Jill, how the fuck do you not know?
Jill's like, "What'd you guys do to the train?" And then followed by the greatest scene in the entire movie.
I laughed really hard.
This scene.
So yes, Spencer Mansion crumbles. There's like an underground explosion.
Yeah.
We were expecting
basically like they nuked underneath the city.
Which I like. That's cooler.
They crumbled it inside of itself.
Yeah, so the mansion crumbles, and then we see a shot of the city.
Yep.
With a cow grazing.
With a fucking cow.
And we see the shockwave and it's crumbling, and the cow's like, moo! And like the force of the wave throws the cow in the air.
Blows away.
And it's like, moo!
And it's such a pointless fucking scene. There was no at all need for this scene.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was dying. I was
this
like,
cow flies away. It moves.
And then we get the thing where it's just like, yes, this facility destroyed, this facility destroyed, Survivor zero. But then we see all our characters.
Yeah, they all walk out of the tunnel, and then it just goes Resident Evil.
Welcome to Raccoon City. Fuck Umbrella.
Then it just ends, and then
we get the mid-credit scene, which is a recreation of the
it's the Resident Evil 1 intro,
for the remake.
For the remake, when it's like you see the body
gets up.
And it's like shot for shot too. It's like the same exact lighting, everything. They did a good job with that. Like, they really had attention to detail with certain things.
But it's Wesker. He survived.
Yeah, and he's going,
and he meets Ada Wong, who revived him. But oh my God, there's this problem with Wesker.
Yeah, he's
his
like
eyes hurt.
Yeah, he's like the T virus is making my eyes everything's so bright.
And then she's like, it's a side effect. Take these, and he puts on his sunglasses.
He puts on the sunglasses, and then
it's like, oh my God!
He's like, my name's Ada Wong.
That felt felt like it was making fun of like Marvel teasers.
Yeah.
Like that felt weird.
And that was the thing too, is I was like, so wait, so Ada Wong works for Umbrella, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Or works
fine.
for the people who hired him to get rid of Umbrella.
I don't know.
But she also uses the T virus. It's a little confusing.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see a sequel if they make it.
It was fine. I think, to be honest, like, I give it a 7 out of 10. 7.4.
I'll go 6.
Yeah.
Because the production design's really good. The story's not, like, it's not the best script, but it didn't make me mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I the fan part of me is like, this doesn't make sense. But when I separate that, I'm like, this mostly works as its own thing, except for Birkin, except for the liquor.
It's by far the best Resident Evil movie they've ever made.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes.
Like, by a lot.
I mean, I got nostalgia for that first one, but
I
yes.
do too, but I like it better than the first one.
Yes, this is definitely
better.
better. Yeah, a lot of reviews are really shit on, but I feel like they did that to Tomb Raider. And when I saw the new Tomb Raider, I'm like, this isn't that bad.
No, I honestly, that was the thing too. I guess, I went into this with low expectations. Everyone was telling me it was bad.
No.
I liked it.
I mean, if someone told me like, hey, we want to watch a zombie movie, I'm not picking this one.
Yeah.
But if someone said, hey, we want to watch a zombie movie based off a video game, I'm like,
yeah.
Oh,
or even just like
okay,
Resident Evil, like I think it was fine, and it had a lot of nice little like fan service moments in it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I had a great time watching this with all you.
After seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife, like this movie, I'm like, at least this was fun to watch.
Yeah.
It didn't like, I didn't walk out of the theater being like, they ruined it.
And you know what? Go to a theater where you can order a couple IPAs while you're there.
I drank I drank a Twisted Tea for the first time in years, a whole can, which I was like, I gotta pee so bad.
I had to pee like halfway through, but then I went and peed, got another. That was the thing was I was like, I said to Tony, I'm like, I think this is going to be another exposition dump. I'm going to piss and get a beer. And I went, I ran, I peed, got a beer, came back, and I didn't miss a beat, like nothing. It was, there's a couple parts in this movie you can.
What'd you call it? Justin didn't like it.
Yeah, Justin, but Justin was also like, it was dumb, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's not like, I think.
We were ripping on the movie on the way back, but we were also like, it was still, it was fine.
I'm going to feel like, Resident Evil fans, if they're like real, I could see them being like, it's dumb.
Yeah.
But if they're like, this is disgusting, it's like you had 5 movies to prepare you for this disappointment.
Honestly, that was the thing too, is with me, it's like they've been making shit movies to begin with.
It would be funny because those movies do have their fans.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those movies have really big.
Those movies probably have more fans than the game actually does.
Yeah.
More people have probably seen all those movies than have played any
I'm wondering if fans of those movies, how they feel about this.
Like, not my Resident Evil.
Yeah, but no, I would have preferred just to do the mansion, because I really like that first one. The mansion setting's so cool.
It would be cool if they did something more like that, but I'm fine with what we got. I thought it was
I would
good.
say it would have been better as a show, but they're making that show on Netflix. And
I guess we'll figure out how that is too.
I still got to watch the animated one.
I do too.
I would apparently it's between 4 and 5, so that's why I wanted to play 4 again.
Okay.
I don't think I never played 5 or 6.
Play the fucking VR.
I don't have the Quest.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's really good.
I think I want to play it regular and then play the VR. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like it's fine and fun.
It's fine and fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not going to change your life. If you're a hardcore Resident Evil fan, you want it like the perfect Resident Evil movie, this will probably let you down.
Yeah, but every other one has too.
But it won't let you down as much as the other one.
No. It's better than Resident Evil 6. The game.
Yes. I'm thinking like I said, like after this was refreshing after Afterlife, and I know there's so many people like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, well, this didn't ruin anything. Like,
no, honestly, too.
And if I don't like the story, I'm like, oh, the story was kind of stupid. I'm like, I'll just go play the game again.
Yeah. I liked all the takes on the characters. I enjoyed it. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan.
Yeah.
You can sit there and go, you're not a real Resident Evil fan.
I'm more willing to see a sequel to this than fucking Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, Mortal Kombat sucked my dick.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
I don't give a shit, too. Like, send me more angry comments on my YouTube
I think that fad ended of them pretending it was good.
That movie sucked. I'm sorry, but that movie was ass.
Anyway, Kieran,
so that's the thing. When I saw Mortal Kombat halfway through, I'm going, I don't think I like this, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
This movie, the whole movie, I'm going, I think I like this movie. I think I'm having a good time. Like, that's how I felt the whole time, and that's how you should feel. If a movie sucks, it sucks.
Like I said, it's not going to get you angry.
No, it was good.
Even if you don't like it, you'll be like, nah.
Yeah, it was fine.
Maybe don't rush to the theater to see it.
No, I would say, like, honestly, if you could wait for a streaming service, it's a fun popcorn movie, like, rent a pizza and watch. I mean, get a pizza and rent the movie.
Go to Blockbuster.
Rent a pizza and give it back or whatever. Go to Blockbuster.
Go to Blockbuster. Rent Resident Evil, welcome to Raccoon City.
Rent a pizza.
Pick up a pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Drink your Star Wars Special Edition branded Pepsi can.
Get it on DVD and watch it on your PS2.
Yes.
Get the genuine experience.
That is the genuine experience. Anyway, that is it from us. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check out Kieran's Twitch streams. Follow us on Patreon. Subscribe to us on Patreon, because you would have seen us watch the trailer and talk about it. That's one of the many bonus videos we provide, along with commentary tracks and whatnot. We should do some commentaries for the Resident Evil sequels.
I'd be down.
Yeah,
let me know.
Yeah, let's do Apocalypse and all that. That'd be fun to go through.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And give the movie a chance or don't. Doesn't bother me. And we'll see you all later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos and Patreon page.